Hello everyone, and welcome back to the first episode of Entertainment on Point for the 2022 fall semester. I'm your host, Hannah Bazet.
And I'm your host, Miss Alexus. From the Queen's funeral to celebrities getting injured, superstar drama, rock and roll history, and everything in between. We have quite the show for you. But first, let's kick it off with this week's top stories.
Queen Elizabeth II passed away peacefully on September 8th at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. She was 96 years old and was the oldest living and longest reigning British monarch. While the United Kingdom went into a state of mourning for several days after her passing, the Queen's funeral and final goodbye was Monday, September 19th. The Queen's coffin was escorted throughout the streets of London before she was laid to rest at Westminster Abbey and St. George's Chapel in Windsor. Leaders from all around the world flew to London to pay their respects to the Queen. Many of the details throughout the service honored the Queen's personality. She had handpicked the music played throughout her funeral, and her official bagpiper, who announced he will never play the bagpipes again out of respect for the Queen, played the final song. On the Queen's coffin were the same flowers that were a part of her wedding bouquet to Prince Philip and picked out by King Charles III. Her beloved corgis, as well as her horse Emily, were also part of the procession. One of the Queen's headscarves was tied to the horse's saddle. All of the Queen's loved ones were in attendance too. Prince William and Harry, accompanied by Princess Kate and Meghan, as well as other royal family members. William and Kate also brought their two oldest children along. George, William and Kate's oldest son, is in line for the throne. Queen Elizabeth's reign has officially been passed to her oldest son, King Charles III, and Queen Consort Camilla. King Charles III is 73 years old, and when he passes, the throne will officially be passed to Prince William and Kate of Windsor. We pay our respects to the Queen Elizabeth II and are thinking of her loved ones during this difficult time. So what did we think about this? What did you think when you heard that the Queen died?
Literally, it was crazy because we were in class, and our teacher started class and was like, the Queen died. Like, it was like a moment. I feel like everyone, it was just crazy. Like, people are actually dying and like it's the Queen.
Yeah, and you'll never forget it. Like for the rest of our lives, people are going to be like, where were you when the Queen died? It's crazy.
Exactly. Like, did you know that the Queen died at September 8th, such and such? Today's story is for all my High School Musical lovers. Actor Zac Efron revealed he almost died after he fractured his jaw and smashed his chin before undergoing surgery. There have been rumors that he has facial surgery after attending the 2022 Toronto International Film Festival. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, the actor addressed the surgery rumors and revealed he didn't know people were talking about it until his mother told him. Efron said, quote, "My mom told me. I never really read the internet, so I don't really care. It was funny. It sucks. I almost died, but we're good." End quote. He was in pain after he slipped on a pair of socks while running in his home, causing him to smash his chin into a fountain. He lost consciousness and woke up with his chin bone hanging off his face. Fans were starting to say he looked unrecognizable with this transformation. Can you believe it? Like, I was doing research and his face really looks different from High School Musical. Like, imagine falling on a pair of socks.
I know. It's crazy, too, because I follow him on Instagram, and I just assumed he got Botox because his face is, it looks different. So I just assumed maybe he got some work done. It's like common for celebrities to do it. I didn't know he had some crazy medical problem, and I'm just glad he's okay. I love Zac Efron. I think he was my first celebrity crush ever when I was a little girl.
It's the fact that his mom had to tell him.
I know. No one
people
even
think that
knew.
you have surgery, but that's good. He doesn't care what people think. That's all
he
that
doesn't,
matters.
and I'm glad he addressed it, and I'm glad he's okay.
We love you.
It's getting harder to breathe for Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine, as multiple women have come out and admitted to having affairs with him. Adam has been married to Victoria's Secret model Behati Prinsloo since 2014, and the couple share 2 children and have one on the way. These rumors began after an influencer, Sumner Stowe, shared a video on TikTok exposing her affair with Adam and claiming that he even wanted to name his expecting child after Sumner. Sumner shared screenshots of direct messages between the two and claimed she only came out publicly because one of her friends threatened to go to the tabloids. While some have tried to falsify Sumner's story by claiming her screenshots were faked, 3 other women have since come out forward with similar claims and bringing receipts of their own. One woman even had a video of Adam that he had sent to her to add to the mix. The last woman to come forward was Adam's former yoga instructor, who took to her Instagram story and posted #ExposeAdamLevine and said his behavior towards her triggered a, quote, life-changing moment and turned into, quote, the most devastating times of her life. Adam responded to the first girl's allegations on his Instagram story fairly quickly after the video was posted. However, this was just in response to the first, and since 3 other women are now making claims. His story post read, quote, a lot is being said about me right now, and I wanted to clear the air. I used poor judgment in speaking to anyone but my wife in any kind of flirtatious manner. I did not have an affair. Nevertheless, I crossed the line during a regrettable period in my life. In certain instances, it became inappropriate. I have addressed that and taken proactive steps to remedy this with my family. My wife and my family is all I care about in this world, end quote. He then continued on by taking accountability for his actions and claiming him and his family will, quote, get through it together. The couple have since been seen together and looked like they were getting along well. So this is crazy to me. My mom loves Adam Levine. That's like her celebrity crush. And when I saw this, I couldn't believe it. I watched the Victoria's Secret supermodel runway shows. I've seen him support his wife. The fact they have children together, so many people came out. And then I was even more shocked to see the paparazzi photos of them like smiling and laughing and holding hands like days after he just got accused of having an affair on her with 30 like women. Like, how do you feel?
When I first seen it, I was like, I know this isn't a man who's saying she will be loved. Like, what do you mean? Like,
he's giving love to everyone.
Exactly. Like, I just find it crazy, and the fact that he had the pride to like put on his Instagram, he's sorry and stuff like that. But hey, a man gonna do what a man wanna do at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I'm definitely thinking of his wife and his children, of course. If they're able to remedy and work through it, that's great. This is just so crazy.
I just hope it's not that relationship they're faking it for like the public,
for the kids,
but really it's like that.
Yeah.
It's Blueface, baby. Rapper Blueface and his girlfriend Chrisean Rock have been very popular in the media lately. People have described their relationship as very toxic, as the couple have been very violent with each other recently. Rock was arrested last week due to punching the rapper at a lounge in Arizona. The next day, she got out, and Blueface went on social media and posted a video of Chrisean rubbing his feet. The two vowed to not get in any more trouble with each other to help with their relationship. However, there was trouble this week with Blueface and Rock's family in Baltimore. A video was released showing the rapper getting into a heated altercation with several of her relatives, but it was not clear who it was. Rock later then posted on her Instagram story saying, quote, so my boyfriend knocked my dad out. The family stuff didn't go well. I don't even know what's going on, end quote. After the fight, one of Rock's family members called her out on social media, wanting to fight her after she allowed Blueface to hit her dad. Blueface has not yet responded to the situation, but social media has not been supportive of the two and their violent actions. They believe Chrisean is better off without Blueface, but love is love at the end of the day. Girl, like, beating up, imagine your boyfriend beating up your dad. Like, that is total disrespect right there. Like, just what would you do? Do you think she handled it well? Like,
no, I don't think she's handling any of this well. I have never been like in an abusive relationship. Yeah. Thank God. I hope I never am.
I hope no girl is ever in an abusive relationship.
Ever. But I just can't imagine. And I've heard stories about like women when they are in these relationships, it's really hard to get out. But I really, really hope she gets out. It seems like they're very toxic for each other. And obviously violence is never the answer, and the fact that now he's beating on her family members, like, I just feel like if you weren't enough, like if him doing it to you wasn't enough, it's time to draw the line, girl.
Yeah,
like it's in the sand. So I really hope that they both get the help they need. I hope that they move on and grow and go to therapy, and I just hope it gets better. I hope that they don't continue on this super toxic cycle that they're on.
I'm praying, love is love at the end of the day. So We're going to go for a quick break, but when we come back, Natalia Hillen is back for her EOP debut to update us on what is going on with Khloe Kardashian and her new baby.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome back to Newsnight. Most of the student body of the Pittsburgh Public School.
Some of the United States allies.
Thursday, the FBI was seen raiding.
Let's get started with today's forecast.
Today's high will only reach about 31 degrees.
It's looking a little cooler than we've seen in the past few weeks.
All this and more.
All this and more.
All this and more coming up on Newsnight.
Coming up on Newsnight.
Coming up on Newsnight.
Welcome back, EO Peeps. First up, we have our reporter Natalia Hillen telling us all about Khloe Kardashian's new baby.
Thanks, Hannah. Khloe Kardashian finally spoke up about her second baby that was born via surrogate and talked about it in the first episode of The Kardashians. And it is not all happiness for Khloe. Last year, Tristan and model Mara Lee Nichols had a child, and in the premiere, Khloe went into detail about how the paternity scandal with Tristan Thompson affected her with her son on the way. Khloe did not find out about Tristan having a baby with someone else until after the embryo transfer, and according to E! News, Khloe stated in the premiere, quote, "Obviously, it's just really private and I just don't want this to get out right now because I want to protect my mental well-being as well as the surrogates and all of that. It's just been a lot to go through all at the same time," end quote. Khloe made sure to say that if she would have found out about the scandal earlier, that she would not want to have a baby with someone else who was having a baby with someone else. And Khloe wanted to keep everything private because she didn't want the media to see her as an idiot in her own words. Thompson kept asking questions and was excited about the baby boy on the way, but Khloe kept simply dissing him. According to E! News, Khloe said, quote, "All I know is I was being encouraged to do it by a certain date. He always knew when the other baby was being born," end quote. Tristan knew the entire time and did not say anything to Khloe. After everything, Khloe is trying to look at everything in a positive way. Quote, "Now that my son is here, I get to move on and get to enjoy. It's almost like I get to close that chapter and be done with this trauma," end quote, E! News stated. Hopefully, Khloe can find peace in all this and be happy with her family. Make sure to tune in to next week's episode of The Kardashians. Back to Alexis at the desk.
Thanks, Natalia. Next, making his EOP debut is Cade Montgomery with all the deets on actress Michele, starring in Broadway's Funny Girl.
Can actress Michele read? Most of the internet does not think so. Michele, 36, is best known for her role as Rachel Berry on the hit Fox television show Glee, which aired from 2009 to 2015. Michele has been back in the headlines recently as she has taken on the lead role of Fanny Brice in the Broadway revival of Funny Girl, similar to her character on Glee, who played the role in the show's fictional revival back in 2014. While Glee was on the air, rumors filled social media that the actress never learned to read and that Glee creator Ryan Murphy read her lines to her and she memorized them. These rumors have once again been circulating on social media now that she has returned to Broadway. In a September 2nd interview with the New York Times, she addressed the rumors stating, quote, "I went to Glee every single day. I knew my lines every single day. And now there's a rumor online that I can't read or write? It's sad," end quote. She also claimed that the allegations are sexist and that she does not think they would be around if she were a man. On September 10th, Michele announced via Instagram that she had tested positive for COVID-19 and would be unable to perform in the show until September 20th. During her time off, Michele created a TikTok account and posted a video of herself dancing to a song from the show with the caption, quote, "Clearly, I can't wait to get back to @FunnyGirlBWay next week," end quote, and the comment section quickly filled up with users continuing the rumor that she cannot read. Many comments were left on the video such as, quote, "Was wondering why she wasn't replying to the comments, then I remembered," end quote, and, quote, "Leah, who wrote this caption for you?" end quote. The funny girl responded to these comments the next day with another TikTok video which stated, quote, "Calling Jonathan to read me the comments on my first TikTok," end quote, referencing her former Glee co-star and lifetime friend, Jonathan Groff, and captioned the video, LOL, with a series of emojis. This video blew up, gaining 12 million views and 1.8 million likes so far, as well as being reposted by fans and other celebrities. As of September 20th, Michele has returned to the August Wilson stage in Funny Girl, where she has been receiving rave reviews from both critics and the public. Nobody's gonna rain on her parade.
Thanks, Cade. We're going to go for a quick break, but when we come back, Jill Musser is here for a rock and roll history recap of the day.
Welcome back to EOP. Next up, we have Jill Musser making her EOP debut with a rock and roll history recap.
Thanks, Miss Alexus, and welcome to the 90 Rewind. I'm Jill Musser here with your rundown of what happened today in rock and roll history. Today is Friday, September 23rd. Starting off in 1966 at the Royal Albert Hall, London, the Rolling Stones began their 66 UK tour. They were accompanied by Long John Baldry, Ike and Tina Turner, and the Yardbirds. In 1968, the Doors sat on a recording session for the Beatles' White Album. Speaking of Paul McCartney, one of my favorite conspiracies of all time started today in 1969. Northern Illinois University's paper, The Northern Star, published a story stating that McCartney died back in 1966 due to a car crash, and a look-alike took his place in Detroit. WKNR-FM's Russell Gribb caused the story to go global. The hoax became so popular that McCartney left his Scottish farm with the comment, "Do I look dead? I'm as fit as a fiddle," end quote. In 1977, David Bowie released one of his greatest singles, Heroes. In 1980, where Bob Marley collapsed on stage in Pittsburgh at the Stanley Theater. He would later die in May of cancer. Moving into the 2000s, in 2004, Corey Taylor of Slipknot denied he was dead, after rumors in a broadcast claiming he died in a car crash as well as a drug overdose. Lil' Kim's bodyguard was also sentenced to 12 years in prison due to gang violence. In deaths, we have Grateful Dead lyricist Robert Hunter, who died at age 78 in 2019. And in birthdays, we have Ray Charles in 1930 and Bruce Springsteen in 1949. That was your 90 Rewind, and now back to Hannah.
Thanks, Jill. Next up, we have Jordan Green, back reporting from Disney University in Florida. She will be reporting on Disney news throughout the semester, and this week, she will be going into detail about Winnie the Pooh and friends returning to the Crystal Palace at Magic Kingdom for lunch and dinner. Jordan?
Hello from Florida, EO peeps. I'm currently a cast member at Walt Disney World in Florida at Galaxy's Edge, so I'm here to give you all of your Disney news updates. If you've ever been to Disney World and visited Magic Kingdom or the Crystal Palace, you know that Winnie the Pooh and all of his friends stop by to say hello during lunch and dinner. Well, after COVID hit and the park reopened, Winnie and his friends decided it was time to take a break from seeing guests as a safety precaution. But now, a year later, the friends from the 100-Acre Woods are back and ready to have lunch and dinner again with you. Now when you go to Magic Kingdom, you're going to get a special celebration card inviting you all to the Friendship Day celebration. There's even a Friendship Day parade that goes around the Crystal Palace. The lunch hours are from 11 a.m. to 2:55 p.m., and the dinner hours are from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. The prices range from $35 to $60 per adult. So now when you visit Magic Kingdom, you can stop by and see Tigger, Pooh, Piglet, and they even dragged Eeyore out of bed to come and say hi to all of you. And don't forget that while you're there, stop by Galaxy's Edge and see your favorite EOP cast member.
Thanks, Jordan. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Miss Alexus is playing a fun game of Finish the Lyric with our EOP crew. You won't want to miss this.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, and welcome back to Newsnight. Most of the student body of the Pittsburgh Public School.
Some of the United States allies.
Thursday, the FBI was seen raiding.
Let's get started with today's forecast.
Today's high will only reach about 31 degrees.
It's looking a little cooler than we've seen in the past few weeks.
All this and more
All this and more
All this and more coming up on Newsnight.
coming up on Newsnight.
coming up on Newsnight.
Welcome back to Entertainment on Point. Happy fall, guys. It's your girl, Miss Alexus, and I am joined today with my lovely EOP cast for the first free segment of the semester. On today's segment, we will be playing Finishing the Lyric. I will play a song for 10 seconds, and whoever raises their hand first will get the chance to finish the whole lyric, and if they finish the whole lyric correctly, then they will earn a point, and whoever wins will get a treat. Okay, guys, so in honor of Nicki Minaj's #1 song, Super Freaky Girl, debuting #1 on top charts, the first song is going to be dedicated to the Queen and the Queen only, okay? We're going to see if you guys are really barbs, okay? Here we go.
Got stacks like Jack, so he's saving up.
Good, yay, 1 point for Jill. Y'all gotta be faster.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Are you guys ready for the second one?
Yeah. We're ready, yes.
Okay.
But it's so reused. That was our place. I found it first. Don't make the jokes you tell her.
When she's with you, do you get deja vu?
Yes. Yeah, good. She got it. Look.
That's do you get deja vu when she's with you?
Good. Yay. Good job. Okay, guys. So this is the third song, and this one is dedicated to Mac Miller.
I get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movies, couple whips and lots of fancy things.
The kids, they call them Goonies.
Yes.
They call it Goonies.
Good. Yay.
Like
okay, perfect. She's in the lead with 2, guys. Come on. This is the last one. This is the last one I got for you guys. Okay, we're going to see. Cade, like, what's going on?
I'm literally trying. I'm like raising my hand. I'm like almost there. Like, I'm trying so hard.
Come on, Cade. Efron, step it up.
And this is the last and final song.
I'm following my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart is falling too.
Cade.
I'm in love with your body.
Okay, guys, to end it off, Jules is the winner. She knows her song. And that's a wrap on this week's episode. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Entertainment On Point, and we'll see you next week.